Well, it all depends on what you'd like to know. I mean, I'm an open book, but I don't know where to start. Feel free to throw a few questions at me. I'll play along. 27. Not too young, not too old. I'm in the perfect place to be leading this army. A lot of the other victims were far younger than me, and those that weren't were far older. They took on more of a caregiver role. Plenty of orphans needed plenty of parents. I must have been 6 or 7 years old. A lot of the details are like a blur in my head. Maybe my mind did that on purpose, you know. But I was rescued by a small group of townspeople. After the battle died down, they started picking up the scraps. The rebellion wasn't formed just yet. That was just starting. Salus, the previous elder of Valinor, came to visit. The treaty and the rebellion were formed shortly after. I had no place to go, and no family. I was forced to fight. But that's not really a bad thing, you know. I'm pretty strong now, trained for almost any scenario. I just wish I didn't have to miss out on a regular childhood. Well, almost everything, I'd assume. I was one of the founding members with Salus. I guess they like that term more than child soldier. Several hundred, but under 1,000. We're a fully realized army, and I know we can do this. With you and that blade, our victory is pretty much secured. It's wonderful. Everybody is in a great mood. We have the numbers and the strength to put up a fight. But on top of that, we have you and the Blade of Exodus. When you're trained with it, you can lead the final battle. That blade isn't just a weapon, but a symbol of hope. It sets us apart from every previous insurrection. With its power, you'll be unstoppable. I hope you're ready to go down in history as a hero, the man who changed Alestia forever. We don't know too much about them, to be honest. They're shrouded in mystery and only rule from their chambers. We've tried to coax them out, but so far nothing has worked. Not a clue. It's anyone's guess. Hopefully we'll find some answers after all this is over. There's got to be some record of their past, right? At least that's what I'm hoping for. But I'll have to be content if we never find out. My main goal is liberating Alestia and gaining freedom. No, we just know that they wear white and gold cloaks. This is from reliable first-hand accounts, of course. Some people have met them and lived to tell. Underneath those cloaks, however, is anyone's guess. Some people even theorize that there's nothing underneath. That's pretty scary if you ask me. They'd be like living spirits. I think so. As far as we know, they've had it forever. Ancient writings and murals have depicted the blade. We still don't know for sure, though. They could have found it. What we need to worry about is the power the blade houses. It gave them the power to enslave an entire world of innocent people. We must never resort to the same thing. I want to destroy it when this is over. I'd like to think so, yeah. It's actually a bit ironic, isn't it? Their own weapon, used against them. As soon as you learn to use it, we'll be good to go. I have no doubt in my mind that it's strong enough. You were chosen by the spirits for this destiny.
check this out! You know, when I climb trees, it's hard to get a grip. But with these, I can just stab them into the tree and hold on. I didn't know these existed. It would make things so much easier. You don't think that would hurt the trees, do you? Awesome! That's what I thought. I'll have to make money somehow, and save up. This will make climbing the Grand Tree a lot easier. And of course, there's no price on them. Probably so they can scam people too. I'll have to get Ulrich to figure this out. You know, these markets are pretty cool. What do you think about them, Seer? I can see why you'd think that. It's crazy busy. Well, I did want to have some private time, actually. Follow me over here. I think I know a spot. See? Much better. I can actually hear myself think now. Let's grab a seat and relax. I wonder if it'll taste like I remember. It's only been around 20 years after all. Hey, let's share it. You should try some too. You know, I'm kind of scared to eat it. I'm worried it might not live up to my memories. Things don't usually work out that way. Why should this? Here goes nothing? Wow. You have got to try this, Seer. See? I told you! I can't believe I'm eating this again. I just wish my parents could be here. Thanks for sharing that with me, Seer. Actually, thanks for hanging out with me at all. I know there's so much to do. I'm really honored. Back to business, I guess? But mark my words, I'm gonna get that climbing gear. And a second set, too. I'll make an apprentice out of you yet.
Good call, Seer. No trip to Mazeo is complete without coming here. If it's time to relax for a bit, I'll just take a seat at the bar.
You just can't beat that smell. If you need me, I'll just be checking my mail. I've been in Valinor for a while. I'd hate to miss anything.
Taverns don't really do anything for me, Seer. I don't mean any offense by this, but I'll be waiting outside. That's not to rush your relaxation or anything. No, you deserve it.
So, you ever drink this stuff before? You'll have to join me. I can pick out the good stuff. Without me, you'd just be wasting time. Half the stuff on display isn't even that good. To be honest, they keep a lot of the good stuff down there. Cheers, by the way. It just doesn't compare to what they had at Peregrino. Anyway, I'll let you take care of your business. I'm right here. So, you ever drink? You'll have to join half the stuff. Cheers. It just doesn't compare.
Alorinthia's civil conflict. Could the next tournament held in Alorinthia's Colosseum be the last? That's the hope of a new uprising run by a mysterious woman known only as Vivian. Wanting to change Alorinthia's form of government into something more modern, she hopes to bring peace and organization to the otherwise savage lands. While the current tribe leader of Alorinthia has always had the ability to change the rules, none have been interested in anything other than retaining their leadership and proving their strength in Alorinthia's deadly arena tournaments. If Vivian's forces were victorious, she would have the ability to completely rewrite the rules that govern Alorinthia. However, because she's approaching the upcoming tournament with brains rather than brawn, it would require a miracle to secure victory. Chances are, Alorinthia will likely remain under the grip of Dracu's strength. However, Vivian's ideals are likely to live on. Perhaps one day things will change. A recent Mazean news article.
Hey, Seer, come to join me? I can recommend a few drinks if you'd like. Do you want something strong or should we start weak? Perfect choice. Barkeep, more of the same. I thought that'd be a bit much, honestly. Good to know you can handle it like that. It's strong, but not quite on my level. Want another one? What are you in the mood for? Now you're talking. Here, I promise you won't regret this. Wow, you're good. Most people can't handle this stuff. Mazeo is known for its strong liquor. I guess I'll stop messing with you for now. Truth is, I just wanted to see how much you could handle. It's a good test, nice judge of character, and you passed. You learn a lot about someone by how they hold their liquor. You're strong, at least. You have a strong will. I respect that. This is part of how they do things back in Alorinthia. I know I say I hate it, and I truly do, but some of its culture sticks with me. You left Valinor, so it'll likely be the same. Sorry for rambling on like that. If there's anything I hate, it's a one-sided conversation. Is there anything you want to ask me? Right now I'm an open book. There isn't one to talk about, but that's by choice. I prefer to keep things casual without any strings. I have my reasons, but it served me just fine. Don't worry, I've definitely noticed your interest, so that's why I'm making things as clear as possible. Knowing that, do you really want to continue down this path? Good to know, because I share the same interest. When you live as long as I have, you pick up on these things. No need to make a big deal out of this. It's just fun. When we get back to our new HQ, Dominic will give you a tour. My doors are open. If you want to do this, I'll be there. Just don't tell anyone. You know how rumors spread. Either way, I think I've had enough. I'm gonna buy a bottle to bring to my chambers. Feel free to join me if you want to share another drink. Hey now, watch your step. The ground here could do some real damage. Actually, I think I'll get a few bottles for my place. Something tells me we'll be having more fun than I thought.
Oh, hey there. Well, you caught me. Just don't tell anybody else, all right? This is one of the best ways to get information. Oh? Are you trying to blackmail me? Honestly, I didn't think you were the type. I'm immediately more interested in you. But, to be honest, that won't work on me. I can play my way out of pretty much any situation. So do your worst, and I promise I'll adapt. It's amazing what some of these people get up to. The most innocent people could be involved in awful things. See, I can beat blackmail, but, these people can't. It's a good way to line the rebellion's coffers. So later today, I'm gonna pay this guy a visit. It would seem a reputable business owner is up to no good. I think he'd lose some business if people found out he worked with pirates. If I got him to pay me off, I could feed the rebellion for months, Seer. Is everything okay? I'm not scaring you away, am I? This kind of stuff isn't for everybody. Now you're talking. This'll be my biggest score in months. I'll get it done tonight, and then celebrate in my room back at HQ. Feel free to pay me a visit. I'd be down for some quality time together. I mean, you still want to be friends, right? I hope all this danger doesn't scare you away. I'm not like this all the time. Trust me, Seer. Good, I'm glad. You caught me, so I had to come clean. Otherwise, I would have kept this stuff secret. Not many people know what I actually do. But if you pay attention, it's not too much of a stretch. It's just something I picked up from years on the streets. Maybe I'll tell you a bit more back at HQ. I'll use this big score to buy a bottle of wine. We can crack it open and get to know each other. I gotta admit, you're a bit different than I expected. That's surprising, since I'm usually a good judge of character. You'd make an interesting subject to write about, you know. Now I'm getting ahead of myself. I apologize. Let's just stick to the plan. Bottle of wine, Rebel HQ. I have a new target, so I should probably get going. There's not many people I can talk to about this kind of stuff. If I have to be honest, I'd say I'm kind of glad that you caught me. Next time we talk, it'll be your turn to spill some secrets. All right?
Wow, this place looks incredible. That town square was a little bit off. Not the best first impression, if you ask me.
It's a sign of wealth to live far away from the markets. Only those who work live near the town square. Once you've got it made, you move out here.
That is, of course, unless you're important to Mazeo. Grizz gets to live here free of charge for his services. That offer even extends to Lilith, his assistant.
You mean like our elder back in Valinor?
Yeah, exactly. So make sure to be careful. In this district, pretty much everyone is royalty. Or at least they expect to be treated that way.
Alright, thanks for the advice, Dominic.
To your right, Grizz's office. Sorry it took a while, but you know how it is. It'll be an even longer trek back to our new HQ.
It's time for you to tell us what's going on. I hate being left in the dark like this. You know that.
Of course, you know I'm a man of my word. I just didn't like talking about the stuff in the town square. Well, as you know, Mazeo is rampant with piracy. All of that chaos needs some sort of order, right? Two pirates have risen to the challenge, Alex and Nada. Unifying all the pirates isn't an easy task, but they did it. They have established trade routes in the largest fleet in the world. We want to strike a deal with them and gain some ships. Easy, right? When we attack Balteus, we won't be able to hold back. Having enough ships to carry our massive army over is essential. And if we can get the pirates to fight with us, even better. Grizz made it clear that he wants to cut a deal. In order to win them over, we'll need to bend to their will. However, after learning that Alex and Nada have started to fight, now we have to choose who we side with. They both want different things, but they both offer ships. That's why we're here. I imagine they're waiting inside. The future of Mazeo is likely going to change. It's so exciting. I'll negotiate with them and Grizz will make any necessary decrees. I just want my favorite people present. So that's why you're all here. I trust there aren't any objections.
You sure upped the scale of our attack. I thought we just planned to steal a few ships, but now you want an entire fleet? What changed?
We need to give this our all if we're going to win. But remember, we have a world to reshape when we're done. Striking a deal with the pirates is something that needs to happen. I mean, we could wait until after the war, but if we do it now, we stand a better chance of winning. Plus, the people need to know that we're capable rulers too.
Fair enough. I concede.
That's brilliant, Dominic. Taking care of 10 problems with one move, as usual. I'm just glad that they get to see for themselves now.
Well, I guess it's time. I'm a little nervous, but I'll manage.
Man, things are sure busy around here. Hope we get to rest when we get to our HQ.
Come on, Fortum. It's interesting. We're watching history in the making here.
If it's history, then it'll be in a book. I'd just sleep and read it when I get up.